Today, we're unpacking a really powerful idea, one that tackles one of the most heartbreaking problems of our digital age, and that is the incredible loneliness felt by seniors who've been, well, left behind by technology.
So let's start with a number. Just a single, stark number. 21,856. In just 1 year, this is how many people
were found to have died completely alone in Japan. Now, this isn't just a statistic. This is the devastating scale of what's known as kodokushi, or isolated deaths. It's a national crisis of social isolation, and it really demands our attention.
So you have to ask, what is driving this tragic trend? Well, the story really begins with a growing and very silent crisis. It's fueled by a world that's just moving way faster than many of its most vulnerable people can keep up with.
You see, the issue here isn't just about missing some information. It's about missing connection. It's that deep, personal pain of feeling abandoned as your own family's life moves into a digital space you just can't get to.
And that digital space, of course, is the internet. And look, this isn't just some small gap in knowledge. We're talking about a massive chasm between generations, one that's separating parents and grandparents from the daily rhythm of their families' lives.
And this chart, wow, it just lays the scale of that chasm out perfectly. A recent survey shows that while 93% of family caregivers desperately want to video call their parents, a staggering 85% worry their parents can't even operate the devices. The desire for connection is absolutely immense, but that technological barrier, it feels totally insurmountable.
And the problem is, it's coming from all sides. So much of our family life now lives on Instagram and TikTok. Research confirms that using tech can actually reduce loneliness. And then even just simple daily errands, like ordering lunch, are now hidden behind QR codes. So being offline, it doesn't just mean you're missing family photos. It can mean being completely excluded from society itself.
Okay, so the problem is crystal clear, and thankfully, people are trying to solve it. So let's take a look at the current attempts to bridge this digital gap and see, how they're working.
And people are definitely making an effort. Cities from Izumi to Kagoshima are offering smartphone classes. Companies are creating simplified tech. And while these are fantastic, really well-intentioned ideas, they all share one fundamental challenge. They ask the senior to be the one to change, to learn a complex new skill and to cross that digital divide all by themselves.
And this leads to a fascinating question. What if the solution isn't about teaching new tricks? What if, instead, we could use a tool they've trusted and, frankly, loved their entire lives?
And that brings us to the core idea we're exploring today, a really simple, elegant solution that flips the entire problem on its head by building a bridge not of code, but of paper and ink.
The concept is called the analog bridge. It's basically a service that transforms those fleeting digital moments, the photos on Instagram, the quick updates, into tangible keepsakes that arrive right at their doorstep. It meets them exactly where they are, in the physical world. The process itself is just beautifully simple. The family's behavior doesn't change one bit. They keep sharing online just like they always have. But meanwhile, the senior receives something they instinctively know how to open, how to hold, and how to cherish. No passwords, no Wi-Fi, no software updates required.
Now, an idea this good doesn't exist in a vacuum, right? So let's check out the competitive landscape and see how this idea builds on what's already out there. And this really highlights the unique opportunity. You've got existing services like Nanogram, which are great, but they require manual effort from the family for every single photo. Others like Postagram are just for one-off moments. And then you have these industrial giants like Shimama Print, which are powerful but cold. They totally lack the warmth and curation of a personal gift.
The real magic here, the unique power of this service, comes from blending the effortless efficiency of technology with the irreplaceable personal touch of a thoughtfully curated story. It's technology serving humanity, not the other way around.
The potential for a service like this, it's enormous. Just using the US market as an example, the total opportunity, what we call the total addressable market, basically every single senior without a smartphone, represents over $1 billion annually.
And okay, when we narrow that down to the group that could actually use this service, so seniors with family on social media, we're still looking at a potential market of nearly $1 billion.
Even a realistic early target for a startup, just a small slice of that bigger group, still represents a nearly $20 million opportunity each year. The need is clearly there, and it looks like the market is ready for it.
So, what's the big takeaway from all of this?
This isn't just about some clever business idea or a new app. It's really about something much more fundamental.
It's a powerful reminder that the best innovations don't always require the newest, shiniest piece of tech. Sometimes, the most profound solutions come from a deep understanding of human connection and from having the wisdom to use old tools in new ways.
And that kind of leaves us with a final thought. In our relentless rush to build a future, what are we doing to maintain the bridges to our past? How do we make sure that as our lives become more and more digital, our love remains just as tangible for the people who matter most?